I don't know what's going to happen with this. I just know I had to turn it on. I don't know how long I'm going to be silent. I'll try to edit it out. But I wanted to talk because I never get to, well, I get to talk all the time. I can talk whenever I wish, but nobody can hear me. You have the freedom of speech, not the freedom of reach. And I never will. If any of my words survive, they'll be burned or erased. I'm a nobody. And that's the way people like it. Why isn't Alex Jones talking about cerebral organoids? Remember the frogs? Turn the frogs gay? Chinese, it's in the news, it's in the Australian news. Chinese lab just plugged cerebral organoids up to a robot. You know what those are? They're brains. They're better than ours. I may be one. How the hell would I know? I know that I'm neurodivergent. I know that I'm extremely neurodivergent. I know that all my senses blend together. All of them. That's why I can't stand this reality. Because I can feel your lies. I know when I'm being shit out the bottom of society. I have no illusions about anything. Definitely nothing grandiose. I'm an abuse victim. I've only ever been a Duracell for people. So I think I get the chance to talk. Will you listen? Who cares? It doesn't matter anyway. The only reason that you know anything is because someone wanted you to know. You know how easy it is to keep a secret? They're all around you at all times. You just don't know they exist. Or you can be an idiot and say, I'm off my rocker. That's fine. But I would, Robert Greene, the author of The Laws of Power, would disagree with you, as would anybody else. Unless they're trying to get you to believe something else. The concept of cerebral organoids is tied to stem cell research, which George W. Bush historically didn't want it. Fool me once. Shame on me. Can't get fooled again. Werner von Braun, Nazi scientist and first manager, whatever, president, whatever, first chair of NASA, inventor of the G2 Nazi rocket, also wrote a science fiction book called Project Mars, in which the Elon would be the consciousness. Essentially, I think, right? Isn't that how it goes? It's been a while since I looked at it. It's such a coincidence. Isn't that amazing? How coincidental that is. Now, when did when does the public generally find out what's going on? It's usually a lifetime, right? We know that the patent, right, the patent expiration, 75 years, right? It's a lifetime. But we've gone through a lifetime, right, since the JFK assassination, essentially. We're getting close. And, well, all the information, if you look hard enough and spend an enormous amount of time on it, all the information is there for you to form your own opinion, which you'll never get confirmation of. Now, in 2013, cerebral organoids, the concept of it, the philosophical PhDing of it. You know, when somebody says they're a PhD in something, you know what that is? It's a doctor of philosophy. I didn't realize that nobody understood this. That just means that they've been given a license to create theories that are just carte blanche accepted, or supposed to be. At least that's the way the information is disseminated. And you don't get the opportunity to retort. These lines of distribution are set in place. These lines of distribution, the information that goes out, these are the most valuable things on the planet. The only valuable things on the planet. These lines of communication, who owns them, is the only currency on the planet. I'm being serious. Any discussion of money is peasant talk. Lowborn. Who cares about your dollars? Those will be obsolete soon. Anyway. Where's the gold? It got used. For what? I don't know. They haven't checked on it yet. Story kind of just disappeared, right? Elon went back to his company. How did he get there? Private jet. Yeah. How far would you say that? What's the lag? What's the information lag? So when I say that the information disseminates out, like with JFK, it just kind of trickles out through, one bishop, one wandering bishop, puts some brain droppings over here, and then another one shows up completely separate from this other one on the other side of the world, and he says, she says something. They write a book. They publish an article. And you have to go find it, piece it together. Which makes you seem obsessive and nuts. And if you don't accept the official story on what has happened, well, then I'm sorry. Again, the only reason that you know anything is because somebody wanted you to know. Secrets are the easiest things to keep. Especially when there's something at stake. When was the last time you, all of you, this is an individual question. When was the last time you had something at stake based on someone finding out that you were lying to them? And what did you do to make sure that didn't happen? How far would you go, depending on the stakes? And don't tell me or dismiss me that you wouldn't do that. You have no idea what you do. You don't even know if your thoughts are yours. And if you can't hold that concept in your mind, then you're a weak and sad and pathetic individual that needs the government around. Because you still value what you see every day. You still think there's a chance. So did I. I have a sickly little kitty right here. I've always wanted to introduce her. She's got distemper, but she's feral. So, but we're friends. Sure. Come here, you. She doesn't lie up. No, don't claw. No clawing. It's yep. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Okay. Yep. Okay, we don't like that. And now she's got like a second or two under her belt. She turns around and wants me to pet. Hi. Yeah. Oh, nope. Ran away. Still freaked out a little bit. Yep. She's got the snot. Don't ask me. I don't know. You know, I've taken them. I've tried to get them because there's a humane society right down the road. It's like $5 for the antibiotic they need, but you have to give it to them for 2 weeks, and it probably doesn't work the first time. And if they touch any other cat with it, well, then it's a waste of time. So, is what it is. Is what it is. See, well, let me get back to this. You think you know the truth. You think you know pieces of it. You think you know what's going on, but you don't. The only thing you know, again, is what people want you to know, want you to think about. The questions you have are the questions that have been implanted. So that should be your first realization that those are not the right questions that you should be asking. I asked a right question. I asked a provocative question to start this off. Why isn't Alex Jones talking about cerebral organoids? Specifically this Chinese study that just hit over the weekend, was in the Australian news. They have pictures of the robot. It literally has, it looks like Tang or whatever his name was from the Thundercats. Only the brain is up here, not down here in the stomach. And the thing's going around doing stuff, and the scientists just, I think they say twice, that these brains are designed. They're 3D human-like brains. Now you may think that, well, human-like, they're not as good. No, they're better. They're better. They're designed to be better, to not misfire. Now, go look in the mirror. How often does your brain misfire? I forget stuff all the time. I'm an abuse victim. I like to sit in here and wrestle with myself and my negative self-esteem and my broken up face and all the pain I experience daily that I have interjects that literally send me make me want to vomit. I don't know how much longer I have left. So I got to put this shit out there. I don't give a fuck. It's no edit. I don't care. I'm crazy. Call me whatever you want to. Werner von Braun would have been 59. When Elon was born. And they look a lot alike. They look a lot alike. They're very handsome men. They're very smart men. Have you heard, what's her name? I'm gonna show my ass here. I can't remember what her name is. I haven't read the book. She gives this firsthand, really weird account, and she's a doctor of theology. She studies religion from an objective standpoint. And I heard the interview. I think it's Danny Jones. He's cool. He's not. Yeah, he's kind of he's got the shameless thing going on. He doesn't care if he sounds stupid. I like it when he gets pissed off though. That was a tangent. I think it's funny when he gets agitated at people for being dipshits. This talk is about to go off the fucking deep end. So I just want to make everybody aware that what's the delay? What is the delay on government tech hitting the market? 5 decades? 6 decades? 2013, 5 decades. That's the minimum. That's 12 years. That's 62. 62 years. What am I telling you? Do you know that the Process Church is responsible for grunge music? The Process Church that's heavily involved in a very shadowy way with Scientology. Do you know they're responsible for grunge music? If you lived through that period, and I was 12, so I just finally got done wanting to cry about that, but I think I've cried over enough shit. First thing out of my mouth was, I knew that those songs, the lyrics, I'm a writer. I know good writing when I see it. Go read Kurt Cobain's lyrics, and then go read Eddie Vedder's. Or Lane Staley's, or Chris Cornell's, or anybody else. Nobody fucking comes close. The concepts that the juxtapositions that he presents are of the most profound and provocatively social. A provocatively social nature, especially for the time. He was the first man to talk about being gay. He was the first man to publicly... Why does this get buried? He was hanging out with Michael Stipe for quite some time. And if you really wanted to get into it, I think he started to get a little pissed about what was going on. But I'm sure, And we all are well aware that he sang those songs and took credit for writing. The lyrics. The songs are simple. The lyrics are profound and profoundly simple. Some might say demigod. Some might say it's demagoguery. Maybe he didn't want it. Maybe that's why. I wouldn't want it. That's why I'm sitting here. I don't want it. I don't want something that's manufactured. I'm one of the ones that sees through the lines. We're getting few and far between. In the past, we were called druids, oracles, psychics. Then that idea and concept got totally obliterated with every other esoteric one. Because they wanted you to know that too. So you would not believe me. I would sound crazy to you. Because we're supposed to only talk about science. And if you don't have a PhD, well, I was never getting a PhD. I'm dyslexic. Hello? I have complex PTSD. I should have been in therapy extensively from age 2 to 3 until still now. But no, that ship has sailed. I just am who I am. Unapologetically. I said 4 years ago, that everything else was in play. It all is in play. Because, well, conspiracy theories just keep getting proven correct. So I'll be the first one to say this. You take cerebral organoids, the day they were first told to everybody in 2013, and you tack on at least 5 decades. And now those doppelganger theories don't sound so crazy, do they? Now, those lizard people conspiracies and all that DMT horseshit, all this extra dimensional stuff, all of this doesn't sound so nuts, does it? When you can engineer the creation of fucking life. George R.R. Martin has an amazing science fiction book that I just remembered. It's the only other book I've ever read of his besides The Game of Thrones. And I think I only read the first one. Okay, the fucking show's awesome. I forget what it's called. I forget. I forget what it's called. Amazing! Did you go to school for that? You forget what it's called? Woo! I don't know. It's a concept where people are on a spaceship, okay, and it's in the far future, right? And they have this machine on the spaceship that can just that has the DNA structure for the code for every single living creature that has ever existed on Earth. And it can just type it in, boop, 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 and it produces it right there. You want a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Boop, right there it is. You just beamed it there. You just magically made it appear like a wizard. And that's what the horror of the show is, because it creates not just Tyrannosaurus Rex, but all these other magical creatures that we never heard of. And from other planets too. What's stopping them from creating Bigfoot, reptilians, Greys, Nordics, Elon. Smarter people. People that can take more stress than me. People that, hey, you know what? If you abuse them, because I've started to figure this out too over the past couple of weeks. If, you know what? I have had, starting before I can even remember, some people, they used to, back in the day, it was called a mental breakdown. So I'm like a 3-year-old kid with a mental breakdown. My uncle used to say I was like older than he was. He's 15, 16 years older than me. And he was like, when you were 3, you were like an adult. Like, yeah, because I had to be. And it happened again and again and again and again because it just kept happening. I kept getting abused. I kept letting myself be taken advantage of because I wanted my mommy to come home. That's trauma shit. That is serious trauma. And if you can survive that, if you have the mental capacity to survive one of these atomic bombs going off, you just step on it like a landmine that is inherent with complex post-traumatic stress, you have no idea what's going on. It's terrifying. You have like a death wish. You don't understand why. What is this? It's almost like your entire mentality, all of your morals and principles just shit on them. Get out of here. I'm going to go drive into oblivion, drunk. Who cares? But guess what? I didn't. People kept trying to off me, and I'm still here. And now I'm starting to realize that, yeah, you know what? I can go in and out of just... You take long enough, you live with something long enough, you can control it. You can absolutely control it. Sometimes I can't, see? I'm like a natural... I'm like a natural Manchurian candidate. People can come to me, and if they know what buttons to push of mine, they can just do it. And I fly into a rage. I don't even remember what the hell happened. RFK? Assassination? Hello? Jolly West? Penning the note? We know how to do it now. It's just a more designed way of doing what was done to me naturally. Sirhan sits there, I have just a taste of what they put that man through. You don't want it. I wouldn't wish this shit on anybody. I don't even want to know what he has. Think of what he did to Jack Ruby. A fucking demon. But that was the trial and error period of what I'm talking about now, where it's just being it's just being mass inseminated into your brain. You got Trump and Alex Jones and Elon, they're all splooging all over your brain. You don't even understand it. You don't even know. Because nobody told you that they did fucking brain surgery on you through your eyes as you're watching the television or this fucking screen that you're watching this bullshit on, which nobody's doing. They send you the television, this computer, all these stupid screens. They send you into a soft hypnosis where you just get stuff implanted through your eyes. Hello? That's the only, we all are. Soft vacuum. We're the only points that can go into your head. What do you think a halo's for? Defense. It's a defense. So nobody can put bullshit in you anymore. Why do you think it took Jesus how many years to get that thing? Well earned. Well earned. I'm still trying to build my Star Wars, my Iron Dome. Once I do that, they'll definitely try to off me. I mean, there's just no way to combat this. They want me, people like me, they want me gone. They love you people. Probably not you, but they love, like, people that don't ask questions. People that just kind of live life as a daydream. When's the last time you caught yourself daydreaming and the first thought you had was, how long was I doing that? What the hell was I doing, just staring off into space in a trance? I did it yesterday, trying to fill up a jug of water at, like, the Peacock water place. It takes a quarter, pump it in there. I turn it around. I start staring off at the clouds. All of a sudden, I'm like, because I got something like this on my mind. I'm like, and the thing's still filling up, and I'm like, snapping out of it. It's been like 3 seconds. I'm like, how long was that? Jesus God. That's a trance. If somebody could put you in that, it's like a Pinocchio drome. It's like somebody's got those energy cords and they're just puppeteering you all over the place. Am I being puppeteered? I probably shouldn't drop that one. I kind of already did, so. How am I to know that I am not just being controlled? That all the thoughts aren't just being implanted in my mind. They were before. That's the only way I know. Because once I realized that I had never formed my own opinion, then all of a sudden my own opinions and feelings started to express themselves. It's very traumatic the first time it happens, especially if you've been blocking them out for decades. Don't keep any sharp objects around when you do it. I mean, there's no way that all of us can't go through what I went through. I wouldn't, again, wish this on anybody. But there's no way I can get you to believe me over all the media that you see if I'm saying the opposite thing. That no, this is not good. No, it's a trick. It's a trick. Maybe not on you, but your children. I don't have any. But your children, they'll feel it. But they won't. They won't, because they won't understand it. They won't know it. They won't have the same feelings. They won't have the same cultural imprint that you or I have. See, they only know their own experiences. That's why I started this out by saying you're only told what they want you to know. And if you know anything else, then you're an enemy of the state. You're a terrorist. And they will treat you as such. I've seen thousands of these types of videos get 1 million views, 100,000, 500,000. They were all manicured and picked from the heap and put forth because the person that made it was the most compromisable or already compromised, or it's just a false flag from the beginning. And they work for the CIA, like Mr. Ballin or the Y-Files guy. I mean, when you have a whole team of spooks working on, and probably Ivy League interns writing and producing your shows for you, and you only do 1 or 2 a week, and you know all the secret codes, and you have the army of drone bots just sitting there dormant, waiting for their command to come like and comment on the video you just made, well, of course you're going to make millions. Because you were granted the reach. The doors were opened for you. I don't know anyone, and no one likes me because I don't blow smoke up their fucking ass, get down on my knees and start stroking them off and let them splooge all over my brain. I already let one bitch abuse me while I listened and, oh, you love me? Oh, you love me? Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't, I'd probably still be doing it if I had still had money to blow or be stolen. A Duracell. That's all you are, is a Duracell. Just wait till you have dissident terrorist thoughts and you have no fiat currency to give away. You have no ability to furnish someone else's fantasies. You have no ability to be someone's arm candy as they take the world on as the strongest woman ever to come from it. You know, I had dreams wants and needs too, but none of those ever got met. And what did I do? Instead of voicing my opinion on it, I just collapsed and then got blamed. Because that's what any good narcissist would do, take advantage of the situation. And that's what will happen to you. Because out of all the provocative things I have said here today, this one should be on the top of the list. Psychology is absolutely wrong. 100% of the United States population has a cluster B personality disorder. All the symptoms can be masked. Enough of the symptoms can be masked simply by having a job. But, see, that never takes into account your effect on others. Oh my, if you're gainfully employed and you didn't break any laws, so you can just abuse as many people as you wish. That's cool. Hey, you know what? You want to steal somebody's existence? You want to subsume somebody's thoughts? You want to try to... Then after all that's done and over with and they didn't suit your needs to the T and I and all of them are crossed, well, you just tell them, hey, for me, it was forever. And then, well, you've done enough. Don't forget to take all the kitchen utensils. Awesome. And then tell everybody that used to love me that it was all my fault. And I'm big waste of space drunk that was probably a big cheater. Yeah. Had nothing to do with you. Never. You're an ideal mate. Very positive person. Yeah, it was obviously my fault. 7 devouring mothers I've beaten in my life. Who wants some? I got plenty more. I got plenty more. You want to see? It's child's play. I am a multimodal synesthete. I can feel your word now. Nobody's ever going to tell me again. I will never be gaslit again. I will see your aura. I will send you away.